All right, so welcome everyone tonight. We are doing a class called Thieves the Day, and really this is a toxin-free home class. So it's talking about understanding what's in our homes and around us and the things that we can do to improve that situation as well as save money while we're doing it. And so we're going to talk to you first a little bit about that education and awareness and things that you can look for and some of the impacts of those chemicals in our home. And then we're going to go through and show you a lot of fun products as well as how to make things with those products and recipes that are really super economical and will last you a long time. So it's a really great way to stretch your money on a budget if you're on one, which a lot of people are coming out of the current situation with COVID. And this just really helps you and your family from all facets, financial health as well as health, and all of that good stuff. So with that, let's get started. Our homes, what they have found is our homes are 7 to 10 times more toxic than the outside air. And the reason for that mostly really is because of the things that we knowingly in some cases, but unknowingly in many cases bring into our homes. And one of the main things related to that are the knowing things. So we knowingly bring in products that we think clean our homes, like Lysol or like Tide laundry soap or different things like that, that or bleach that we believe we need in order to clean our homes. And we know that there are chemicals that are not healthy for us, but we think we need them. So that's things that we bring in knowingly. Unknowing things are things that are hidden in the labels of products that we trust. Things in our oral care products and our toothpaste and some of our personal care products and skincare and things like that. And they have a lot of labels on them if you flip them and read that say fragrance or parfum. And we don't realize that that houses or can house, that's an umbrella term that can house up to 3,000 chemicals, most of which are toxic. And a lot of them are used to create that synthetic chemical fragrance, as well as to actually a preservative that's almost always used is formaldehyde, which is also housed in that. So those words, they don't need to be explicitly written on the labels because the cosmetics and the chemical companies have gone to basically have lobbied in order to say that those are trade secrets. So therefore they have the umbrella term. So if you ever flip one of your labels on your products at home and you see the word fragrance or parfum, then that is a red flag that there's probably some things in there that are not healthy for you. So another thing is, especially right now, we are being told to really wash our hands, which we need to do. But what people are doing right now are washing their hands with soap that's not healthy and toxic for them, which kind of defeats the purpose of washing your hands. So there's a couple of things that you should be aware of also from there. So if you have flip your label and you see some ingredients called triclosan or SLS or sodium lauryl or sodium laureth sulfates, those are not healthy ingredients. So triclosan is in most antibacterial soaps. It's also in a lot of other home products that you may not be aware of, but it was actually banned from hand soaps. However, like a lot of things in legislation, there was a set grandfathered in. So it's not totally out of those products yet. So they're in almost all of on the market. You flip it, you'll still see triclosan. Triclosan is actually a topical antibiotic. And the reason it's so bad, because intuitively you think, oh, it's a good thing, it's an antibiotic. But what it does is, just like everything else in your skin, it seeps through your skin and it goes into your bloodstream. And it doesn't just kill the bacteria that's on your hands, it kills all the bacteria in your gut too. So your good bacteria as well as your bad bacteria. And we need the good bacteria to fight the bad bacteria to keep us healthy. So don't use triclosan, kind of bad news. And the other one is the sodium lauryl sulfate. So that is the foaming agents that are artificially added. It's a chemical artificially added into our products. And it can be found in, again, in hand soaps most popularly, but anything that foams, toothpaste, dish detergents, all that kind of stuff, because as a consumer, what we've told the marketers is that we like foaming. And foam is not good because this is the chemical they use to create it, and it's tied to a lot of bad things. And I'll give you some statistics here in a minute. But what is good and what's fine is normal soap is actually just lathering, and it doesn't foam up the way you, now that we've been trained over the years that foam is. But again, those are things that we don't need, and they don't really provide any additional value. In fact, they take away by picking away at our health and our ability and our immune system to defend ourselves. So with those said, I'll just share a couple of stats real quick. And I'm reading some of my notes here to make sure that I get some of that right. So basically there was a study done by the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health where they studied almost 3,000 ingredients, and they found that 884 of those were toxic. And of those, they studied 314 caused biological mutations, 218 caused reproductive problems, 778 were toxic to the human body, and 156 known to cause human cancers, which were actually banned in other countries, were still allowed. So they also released it that said the #2 cause of death in the US is cancer, and the American Cancer Society says that only 5 to 10% of cancers are from genetic defects, and the rest, the vast majority, are from our environmental factors, which are actually things that we can mostly control in our homes. Now, we can't control pollution and stress, but we spend a lot of time in our homes, and we are the gatekeepers of our homes. So we have the ability to actually, control that and be able to do better by our families. So, again, they have a lot of other statistics around 400% increase percentage in allergies, in the last 20 years, 30% increase in asthma, 400% increase in ADHD, 6,000% increase in children on the autoimmune spectrum, etc. So those statistics continue to rise, and a lot of those rises are tied to the legislation whereby the companies were allowed to put these ingredients in and not have to disclose them. So wanted to just pass that along quickly. And with that, I think we are going to kick it off with our first actual product here, is Thieves. Liz, are you going to talk about all of these, or did you want me to tell the story of these, or how did you want to do that?
I've got it.
Cool.
All right. So if you can see this, it's Thieves household cleaner, and it's infused with the Thieves essential oil. It's a blend of cloves, cinnamon bark, rosemary, lemon, and eucalyptus, and it smells amazing. It really smells great. It's powerful. It kills 99.6% of the germs. The oils that were used in this blend were used by the thieves who robbed the dead and dying during the plague in the 15th century, and they never contracted the disease. The story goes that they were caught, and the king or the judge said, "We'll let you off if you tell us what's in this recipe." And this is what was in the recipe. So all of the Thieves infused products in this line have all those products in there. So we're going to start with the household cleaner because it is such an amazing product. It really, truly, this one bottle, you can kick everything out of your home. You can do the ditch and switch, get rid of all the chemical products that are bad for you, and just use this one bottle. And this bottle lasts a while. So it's 100% natural, it's plant-based and essential oil infused. And so it's very safe for your home and for your family, your pet. So Shannon Rosie could walk around on your freshly cleaned floor and lick her paws and be fine completely. A baby you can wash their table and have the baby even lick it and be fine completely because it's 100% natural plant-based. So it really is something much better to have in your home than the rest of the conventional cleaners that we use. And you use a small amount in most of these recipes, and you'll see that when you get this tomorrow and a little bit here. It will seem to last forever. It is the most cost-effective cleaner you can have. When you compare it to the conventional cleaners, it comes to just under $1.50 per 14 ounces. It's crazy. It really is. So I bet you're asking, how well does it work? Well, we're going to show you a quick video.
Hey guys, exciting stuff happening here. I have my beloved Thieves cleaner. I get asked all the time, does this cleaner actually clean? Does it actually kill germs? Can I use it in my bathroom? Can I use it on raw meat? And all that kind of stuff. So we have Thieves cleaner, we have raw chicken, and we have these 3M clean trace test swabs. Now this is the key right here. So these swabs are for testing cleaning effectiveness. So if you want more info on these 3M clean trace surface protein plus swabs, just go Google that. So green means a surface is clean, it hasn't detected any. Purple means it's detected proteins. If I swab a counter that I just put chicken on, it's going to be purple. I'm going to clean it with Thieves cleaner, and it's hopefully going to show green. So why would you want to consider Thieves cleaner a plant-based cleaner in your home? Well, I use this for every single surface. I have one cleaner to clean everything. I mean everything. So traditional cleaners that I used to buy, they have nasty ingredients in them. They have known carcinogens. They have known synthetic chemicals that mess with our mood, mess with our fertility, mess with our hormones, mess with our sleep, mess with the neurodevelopment in children. If you don't believe me, just look it up. Don't take my word for it. So this is why I use Thieves. So simple. We're putting 1 capful in this bottle, and all I have in here is water. Easy peasy, done. Okay? So clearly I have my raw chicken on my cutting board right here. There we go. So the instructions tell me to moisten this with distilled water, rub it around, and put it back in, and technically wait 10 minutes. Let's take our Thieves cleaner. Alright, I'm just gonna wipe it. This is just a cotton cloth. Let's take this baby. I'm gonna dip it in the water like it tells me to. Do this again. Okay guys, take a look. Wet chicken, very purple. Dry chicken, very purple. Washed it with just water. It is gray/light purple, so obviously there's some proteins left there. Thieves is green. Fascinating, isn't that incredible? Right, so let's do the toilet. We may as well, right? So we are going to test the toilet for yuck. Okay, I'm gonna clean it now. Okay, now we're gonna test it again.
No.
Let's see what happens. I can already see it turning green. And this one is gray. It hasn't fully been 10 minutes yet, but it's on its way to gray, which is questionable. So I did the toilet. Look, we have purple before toilet, green after cleaning it with Thieves. There you go, people. Okay guys, I don't know about you, but I am super excited to know that I can for sure clean everything in my home with Thieves cleaner, and it actually is cleaning. It's $1 per spray bottle because this makes about 30 spray bottles. So doesn't it make so much sense now, knowing what we know, how powerful this Thieves essential oil blend is, that they make a whole cleaning line out of it. I'm so thankful for this line.
No, no, no.
All right, pretty impressive, huh? So during the video, she showed you how to make a multi-purpose cleaner. You can definitely up the strength or take it down a little bit based on the job that you need to do. So you can make a heavy degreaser or a glass cleaner. And I'm going to show you our first DIY recipe. It's for a tile scrub, which I definitely need. So first you'll take a cup of baking soda, which I've already put into my jar. And then you'll take a 1/4 cup of the Thieves household cleaner and a splash of distilled vinegar if you want. That's going to be really tough. And distilled white vinegar, you'll just put a splash in there. I've already done that. Whoops. Going to get some carpet cleaner going. And then you'll add in, it's your choice, but you can do 10 drops of either lemon essential oil if you want a nice smelling and also nice cleaning.
No.
One of my favorites is the purification. So I will tell you, the purification oil is probably the most powerful oil outside of the premium starter kit. It should be your first purchase once you buy that starter kit after the Thieves cleaner. So, and basically what you'll do is you'll just mix this all up into the consistency you want, and then you will just use it on your tile, use it on your grout, your sinks, and then you'll just wash it off with a wet rag. So, and there are many, many recipes that you can do. I'm going to mention just a few of them. And don't worry, we're going to give you the recipe sheet, so don't worry about having to write this down. But a mattress and carpet cleaner. If you have pets, you need this in your life. It lifts urine. It helps keep bed critters away in your mattresses and your carpet. A friend of mine recently took a lost dog in temporarily, and it really upset her cat. And then her cat took care of it by messing up on her mattresses. And so she put together a recipe using just a 1/4 capful of the Thieves household cleaner and some baking soda, and just rubbing it into the mattress, leaving it on for a couple of hours, and then vacuuming it up, and it took the cat urine away, which is pretty amazing because that's pretty powerful stuff. You can also make your own jewelry cleaner, which is great for because it's natural. It's not going to be like the chemical cleaners that could potentially irritate your skin. So, and many say that it's the best jewelry cleaner that you can get. So it's even much better than the ones that you would buy. So the one caveat on that is make sure to use it on your fine jewelry and just stay away from the costume jewelry with it. And one of my newfound loves for it is a garden and indoor plant spray. I don't know if you're like me, but I am attempting to garden this year, and there is a formula that a friend told me about that basically is just a 1/2 cup full of the Thieves household cleaner, 1.5 cups of water. You put it into a 12-ounce bottle, and you'll add the purification again. And you just spray it on the leaves. And to be honest, I didn't know about this, and I planted kale and it was gone. I didn't even get a single stem of kale from this plant because the leaves were gone. It just killed the plant. And now I've been spraying this on my plants like every 3 days, and it's really amazing. So, and then, okay, so think about clean house, and then think about clean mouth. And it's a natural for the Thieves to be infused in the dental care line as well. Let's see, the toothpaste, it has a couple of options, but I really, really love the whitening toothpaste. And I always make sure that I have this on my my Essential Rewards order each month, because I'm very finicky with taste, and I cannot do without this toothpaste. It has liposomes that give it a 6 to 8 hour time release. It mineralizes the enamel in the teeth, and it whitens with an enzyme that doesn't erode the enamel. And it also helps to heal and prevent cavities. So we always hear about preventing cavities. We don't hear about it actually healing cavities. And then talking about versatility, the Aroma Bite toothpaste can be also used as a deodorant. You'll find most of the Young Living products can be used in a multitude of ways. They also have mouthwash, which you could dilute, so it'll last a little bit longer for you. It's very strong in the way it's used here, but you can definitely dilute it. And it has colloidal silver, which is supposed to be really good for teeth infection and gum infections, and also dental floss. So that's the Thieves line, which I love.
Okay, so I'm now going to talk to you a little bit about wipes. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Thieves Household Cleaner and making what I love are wipes. So I love the convenience of having wipes where you can just take them out and just use them really quickly on something. And for me, I love the spray. It was great. But I had a little bit of problems getting my 3 kids to also do the spray thing. They'll do it every now and then, but not as much. But now that I have the wipes, they use them all the time. And actually, this is the container we use. And I just wrote the recipe here for us because that just makes it easier for me. But it's basically just 2 capfuls of Thieves Household Cleaner and basically distilled water. You can use, I use distilled if you think you're going to have the wipes sit for a while. You can use regular water if you don't think so. I mean, it's fine. I've done both. And then this is just paper towels. So I like the Bounty pick-a-size. So you can see that this is basically the half, and this is actually a roll cut in half. So what I do with the Bounty pick-a-size is I make sure that it can actually fit into my container. And sometimes when they're brand new, they're a little big, so I use it for a little while. And then I will cut the full roll in half because that's what fits in my container. So it kind of depends on what you have. And I really like this container. Someone recommended it. And it's really nice because it just you just pop it up with a hand and you kind of use it. So it's easy if you're one-handed on some things. So I like that advantage. So anyway, what you do is you take your paper towel roll and you stick it inside your container. And it still has that cardboard in it, just so you guys are aware, because we'll slip that out super easy here in a minute. And then I'm going to take my Thieves Household Cleaner and I'm going to pour, and I got to be careful because my little inside guy is out. So 1 capful, and I'm pouring another capful. There we go. And I just poured that into my water that I had here. So now it's got a little tint in it because that's the Thieves Household Cleaner. And then really all I do is just pour it over my paper towels. And you can also, some people like to also use this recipe, same recipe, but instead of paper towels, they like to do coffee filters. So that is an option too, if that's an easier thing for you. And you can always try, I mean, that's what the beauty of DIYs is you can just do that and figure out what works for you. So I just pour that in here. And then basically now I'm just digging in, pulling out the middle section. So see, just pops right out. So now I have my wipes. I will let this sit for probably the night and close that. And what happens is all that solution will evenly distribute among here. And then when I'm ready to use it, you just pop it and literally just start pulling them from the middle, just like wipes. Love these. My husband told me I was way too excited about them, but they are awesome. Okay, so those are the wipes. Then I'm gonna also talk to you about laundry. I'm not gonna actually make it, but I brought all the things to make it so that I can show you what I do for laundry. So this is one of my favorite products. This is our laundry soap. And what I love about it, honestly, is that I can lift this bottle with one hand, super easy. This is the cap. This bottle will make do just as much laundry as the huge ones that I used to get at the store that I could not lift. So this is awesome. And it depends on your washing machine, whether you're high efficiency or not. But basically, you just use literally 1/4 to 1/2 cup of this little tiny cup. So either this much or this much, and that is all you need to use. And some people even have recipes where they actually stretch this even further, diluting it with some things, and totally fine. I just haven't actually tried those out, but maybe I will one day. But this is my favorite thing. So this is your starting point, and this is great for gentles. This is great for anything. And just as a quick thing, one of the top things that you can actually replace and do like amazing impact to your family is your laundry detergent, because your laundry detergent, they have not only the synthetic fragrances, which are not healthy for the reasons we've already talked about, but they also have xenoestrogen binders in them. And xenoestrogen binders, those are binders to actually bind the fragrance to the material so it doesn't wash out when the rinse cycle happens. And those binders are petrochemicals. So you are getting hit up with xenoestrogen binders, which is that fake estrogen. It absorbs through your skin as you wear your clothes 24 hours a day. And that actually gets into your bloodstream, and it's close enough to our natural estrogen that it binds with our receptors and causes havoc with our hormones. So men, women, children, anyone who's wearing clothing, your clothes, your sheets, your towels, everything that you use and wash with, that gets into your bloodstream. The second thing is it's a petrochemical binder, which means it breaks down in your closet and in your drawers, and that outgasses, and that really does a lot of interference with respiration and your lung development, etc. So all kinds of badness. So you can replace all of that with this, which is fantastic, and it's great. And it rinses totally clean. So when you switch to natural products and you wash with it and you smell your towels and you say, gosh, that smells like kind of mildewy. Well, it always did. You just weren't smelling it before. So now when I handle things like that, I do different things. Oh, I didn't bring my vinegar. But basically white vinegar is one of the things that I add to my laundry for smellier laundry, my towels, things that we sweat in or work out in, stuff like that. So I just, and it's white vinegar is super cheap. So you can either put it in your, your cups, or you can put it, I just sometimes put it directly on the clothes, whatever you do. But I do a pre-soak cycle just to kind of soak it in sometimes if it's like really smelly, and if not, I just add it to my cup. So that is a great thing for smellier laundry. Another thing that I do is for stains. So this little guy is just a foaming pump soap that I got off of Amazon. And what I did was took our Thieves dish soap, which we'll talk about later, but this has got some good grease cutting stuff in it. So if you've got greasier stains, fattier stains, I put about a little bit, not a lot in here. And then I also put a cap full of our Thieves household cleaner, and I fill the rest with water, shake it up, and then I just pump and either rub the clothes or use a toothbrush, whatever, and that's a great stain fighter. And the last thing, oops, sorry about that, was it's empty now because I've got to make a new batch, but I didn't. I have my Thieves on order, my household cleaner. But this is actually an old Nisha bottle, but you can use any wine bottle or bottle that you have. And this is a whitening formula that is like kind of natural bleach, which I love. It whitens a lot of my, I use it on my whites. I put some hydrogen peroxide in here, and you'll get all these recipes. Hydrogen peroxide, and then I put a little bit of Thieves household cleaner in here. I do put the juice of a lemon in here, as well as a few drops of lemon essential oil, and then fill the rest up with water. And I just use this in my whitening cup, or just, again, put it on my things and just run it and pre-soak cycle, and that's awesome. So just wanted to share those quick tips with laundry. And
I am going to just jump in, and before I go into what I was going to talk to you about, I want to kind of follow up Beverly on laundry, because I have used the Thieves laundry detergent for forever, and I am one of those people who love a scent and love my Thieves, but when it came to laundry and everybody said, oh, you only need this much, and I was like, yeah, right, and that's going to get my stuff clean. I'm used to the Tide, you fill the cup, and that didn't even work. But honestly, it literally, it is so concentrated, and the ingredients are just so powerful that you really do need very little. So that bottle goes a really long way. And that's actually one of the things that I love the most with most of the Thieves products. They're all concentrated, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the hand soap next, but you can use them at full strength if you want to, but 99% of the time you can still get a full benefit, save money by using less, and get the top quality clean that you're looking for. And then also one last thing about you were talking about how, you know, the best thing you can do for your family really is the laundry detergent, and 100% agree. And the one other thing, the most toxic thing in your home is dryer sheets. So if you happen to still use dryer sheets, and by the way, there's no judgment here, because whatever we're talking to you about, we did it all. So it's just that we studied it and learned it, and then now we're trying to save you the, you know, the hassle of having to do it. But so imagine everything you put in your dryer are the things that go closest to your skin all the time: your sheets, your clothes, your panties, your, you know, tops. And so you have this, so you go all this way and you use a great laundry detergent that's clean, and then you go and stick your fabric sheets in the dryer. Don't do it. Literally, you can get on Amazon wool dryer balls, pure wool. Beverly's showing you right there. It's absolutely, they're inexpensive. They last for years, and you just take 3 of them, throw them in your dryer. And if you want a scent, you just stick your essential oils on the balls, and then you'll get that same scent in the laundry. And if you are not a scent person or you're scent sensitive, just throw them in there, and they actually reduce your drying time, which is, you know, obviously a great thing for us. And they also will get rid of some of the static cling. And if you're still having a little issue with static cling, you can take some distilled white vinegar and put it in your fabric softener dispenser of your washing machine, and you're good to go. Okay, so one other thing, because not everybody is a DIY person. And I can tell you, and those, I have friends on here that have known me for many, many years, and if it takes more than 30 seconds or a minute, I'm not going to do it. Never have, never wanted to. And so all of these DIY things that we're sharing with you, we know you're busy. We know that you don't have the time to maybe make your own kombucha and spend hours a day doing DIY. All of these things are quick, easy, simple, and last a long time. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to start with the Thieves hand soap. Now, this is a foaming bottle, and for some of you who don't know, like, this has only been out for a few years, and before that we were making our own like hand soap with Castile soap, and now you don't have to do that anymore. Now they come already made, so you don't even have to DIY, and they have a refill as well, and it lasts forever. And let me show you how time-consuming this DIY is. I'm going to take my refill bottle and fill about a third. Then I'm going to fill it. Now, normally I would use tap water just from the sink, but I'm in my office, not my sink. So I'm going to fill the rest with water. I'm going to leave just a little space at the top, so for the foaming action. And there we go. And I have the Thieves hand soap in my kitchen. I have it in my bathrooms. I have it in my daughter's bathroom. And the other thing that I have to tell you, the funniest thing, like Beverly was talking about her stain remover that she uses. Well, anytime I'm wearing white, it never fails that I get something all over me. So literally, this Thieves hand soap, I put it on my hands, put it right on the spot, gone. I mean, gone. So it's dual action. So that's my Thieves hand soap. And I think, Bev, you're going to come back with something, and then I'm going to come back.
All right. So I think, actually, you're going to talk about dishwasher.
Oh, I'm going right into dish soap. Okay. So, I have been with Young Living for about 5.5 years, and they have hundreds of oils and supplements. They're a lifestyle company. And I have to say that out of every product that I have ever tried with them, there's not one other than the one I'm about to mention, that hasn't been amazing. And what I love about this company is that when they've in the past had a you know, when they came out with the makeup, if it wasn't great, you know, they reformulated. And the one product that I have found that the formula isn't great yet, and I know that they're going to reformulate, is the dishwashing powder. In other words, for the dishwasher. I'm not thrilled with the Young Living dishwashing powder. However, the Thieves household cleaner works awesome as dishwasher detergent. I just put this in the dishwashing cup, and that's it, because the water that comes from the wash, and it gets the dishes amazingly clean. So that's kind of my thing with the I'm not a big fan, and some people do like the dishwasher detergent, but I can't tell you that I do, and I do love the Thieves household cleaner as an option. So, and then the Thieves dish soap. Again, we talked about how everything is really concentrated. Some people, again, it's all about, you know, convenience and budget and whatever works for you, but sometimes I use it direct and I don't kind of divide it out, and I just, because I don't have the time, and I literally need just the smallest amount to get things clean. This will last an awfully long time, but you can make it go even further. What a lot of people do is they'll put a third, you know, like I have an empty one here, and I would have 3 of them, and I would divide the dishwashing liquid over all 3 of them. So I put about a third of the dishwashing liquid. I would put a capful of the Thieves household cleaner, and then I would fill the rest with water. And then there you go. Now you've taken 1 bottle and made it into 3 bottles, and it's great. Now, like Beverly was talking before about the difference between foam and lather, when you have a foaming pump, you're going to get a foaming hand soap. But if you're used to chemical-laden dish detergents or dish soaps, you know, you get that Dawn big lather or soapy, sudsy kind of thing. You won't get this. What you will get is really, really clean dishes. And you do get a bit of a lather, but just not that big foamy mess. And it smells brilliant. So again, I believe the wholesale price, these are about $13 and change for one. And so when you divide it up over 3, you know, you're talking just a few dollars per. But even when I don't, it lasts 3 or 4 times longer than any I've ever had. So there you go. That's that for now.
Well, Lisa, why don't you stay back there and talk to us about the fruit and veggie wash? You're on a roll, girl.
Okay, so again, Thieves makes 2 different kinds of fruit and veggie wash or soak. So they make a soak, which basically you would put 2 tablespoons for every gallon of water. So basically what I do with the soak is I get a big bowl, and I put 2 tablespoons in the bottom, and then I fill the bowl with water, and then I put my fruit in it and let it sit a little while, and then I rinse it off. Now, as I said about the whole DIY thing, that takes 2 seconds. But when I run in the house and I'm starving and I want an apple, and they're in, and I haven't cleaned them, and I literally just grab the apple out of the fridge, I spray it down with my Thieves spray, wipe it off with the towel, and eat it. I can rinse it, and sometimes, quite honestly, I haven't. So again, as we were talking about with all the Thieves products, that you can eat them, your puppy can lick them, you know, whatever. So if I don't wash it all off, it doesn't matter. It has a, you know, the taste is fine. But so this is a quick spray for your fruit and veggies, and then they also make the soak. So it's really whatever you're most comfortable doing, and what you have the time for. So. Now, Bev, am I going right into my hand sanitizer, or am I after someone else?
I think so. We kind of went a little out of order. So Liz, did you have another one up, or you're good? Okay, so I think yeah, we just went a little out of order. So it's okay. So just keep going.
Yeah, all right. I'm on a roll. Okay, so I'm going to move all my stuff out of the way. So Thieves makes this, the Thieves hand sanitizer is the best hand sanitizer I've ever used. I love the consistency. They used to call it a waterless hand purifier because the FDA wouldn't approve it to be considered a hand sanitizer, but because of the peppermint oil and in it now, it's FDA approved to be a hand sanitizer. So this is COVID approved. Any kind of what you need now as far as the amount of alcohol, you can get this. And it's perfectly accessible. I throw this in my purse. Now, I have had this since before COVID started, and you can see that there's about that much left in the bottle. You won't be able to see, but honestly, I really use such a small drop, and it goes such a long way. And I'll tell you, it's interesting because most sanitizers dry your hands out because of the amount of alcohol, but because of the essential oils in this, I don't find that it's as drying as most. So I love the Thieves hand sanitizer. But I will tell you that with COVID and everything that's happening right now, it goes out of stock. And those of us that don't want to just get some horrible one that's out there at the supermarket that has other chemicals added into it, I kind of came up with my own recipe, and before it got pretty crazy, I was able to get a large size of this unscented hand sanitizer gel. I ordered it from Bulk Apothecary online, and now, of course, they go out of stock pretty quickly. But the bottom line is you can get ethyl alcohol, pure isopropyl or ethyl alcohol is fine. And now you can pretty much get those if you don't have this. And then you can get pure aloe vera gel, both you can get on Amazon, and then you can mix them together. So we're gonna send you the recipe tomorrow, but what I do, and I'll just show you again, pretty easy. And I did this on purpose to, I'm gonna kind of come a little closer. So, do you know what beeswax wraps are? Anybody? Okay, so you know, I'm trying in every aspect of my life to be more sustainable, trying not to use, you know, plastics and all that kind of thing. So bees wraps are made of beeswax, and they're, you know, you can cover your bowls or your food that's, you know, instead of using aluminum foil or plastic wrap. And they come in large sheets. Well, and then they're just, you know, washable. And then I cut it down because this morning I wanted to make this easier so I didn't have to pour this in front of everybody. So I already put 2/3 in my, actually 3/4 in my jar. And then I just cut a little of the beeswax wrap to keep it on. So this is really great, just something you can look up in Google. I love them. I cut them into small pieces, and then I use them to cover my food, like leftovers and stuff in the fridge. So just a little extra info there. But so what I did here is I took a 16-ounce bottle, and I put 3/4 of the way full with the with the hand sanitizer gel and aloe. So it has aloe vera and ethyl alcohol. I don't know about you, but all the hand sanitizer, when you go out and get back in the car or go to the grocery store, makes your hands so dry. So what I do is I add grapeseed oil. So you're just going to add about 2 ounces, which basically means almost fill. Yeah, so 16 ounces. 2 ounces of grapeseed oil. And then I do 15 drops of grapefruit. Talk amongst yourselves. I do 15 drops of Thieves. And again, this is all, you know, you don't have to be perfect. So if it's 16 drops or 14 drops or whatever, it doesn't matter. And also, I chose these oils because, again, Thieves is immune boosting and antibacterial and all those good things. And orange is also great for disinfecting. So I put 15 drops of orange. And I chose these because I like the cleaning properties and disinfecting properties, but I also love the smell because it just has a great citrusy scent with a little bit of cinnamon and clove under. And then that's it. And I take, now I just put this in a pump bottle. I shake it up really well. Now this will be, again, every time you use this, because you're taking the gel and you're adding the moisturizing of the grapeseed oil, you have to shake it kind of before you use it each time. But then what I do is I take this and I just make 4 travel, you know, there's 16 ounces, these are 3 ounces, so I make 4 or 5 of them, just, you know, just put it in, and then these go in my purse. And I actually like these, they're silicone. I got them at Target on sale, and they have them on Amazon also, but super, super easy. And now I will have this. And the other thing is, if you have children, the scent on these are better. They like it, so they'll carry it. So there you go.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa. So that really wraps up our main thing that we wanted to demo for you guys and talk through. So basically, within Young Living, we have several lines of products, and the Thieves line, as Liz was saying earlier, really is based on our Thieves essential oil, which is totally immune boosting and can do so many things for us. And so we love the products that we showed you tonight. And there's still a couple more that are in the line, I think, but and they come up with new products. So we showed you most of them and a couple of recipes, and they're so easy to do. And everything within the Thieves line, because they're based on essential oils, is really economical. So again, most people get this bottle of Thieves household cleaner, and this will last them months and months and months. And some people I know will actually be a year. So.
Well, that bottle actually makes, depending on whether you use a 16 ounce like this, if you use like a 16 ounce bottle, it makes like 30 plus of these, or 16 like of the 32 ounce. So they last forever.
Yeah.
And you use it to spray, like it's an all surface cleaner. I mean, that's the only cleaning product other than some baking soda that I mix in, some distilled white vinegar, but that is the only cleaning product that I use. I don't have any more Windex, I don't have any more Lysol, I don't have anything that cleans. I just have that one cleaner. And people ask, well, how is it on granite, on stone, you know, on marble, on hardwood, all of it. It works on all of it. It doesn't hurt any of it. And the beautiful thing is, if you have young children or pets that are, you know, running all over the place, you're easy going, you know?
Yep, exactly. So with that, you can obviously tell that we love and are very passionate about these products. But we want to open up for questions. So there were just a couple that were in the Zoom, on the chat side, that we were answering along the way. But if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask the questions, or type it in the chat, and we can, we're happy to answer those. I don't know if there's any more laundry type questions. A couple things as you guys are thinking of them, which again, just unmute yourself and jump in. But there's lots of other tips and tricks that we can share with you. Like in the dryer, in addition to the wool dryer balls, we can also use, we have another product from our baby line called Seedlings. They have wipes, baby wipes, and the whole Seedlings line smells wonderfully of lavender. And that's a great option for people that, again, don't want to do DIYs. You can just take a sheet of the Seedlings baby wipes, throw it in your dryer, and it is great with static and great, you know, nice smelling, etc. So I don't know if that was something else that anybody had other questions around.
Well, and also since we have several people with puppies on here and new puppies for some, the seedlings line, those wipes are great because they are so mild. They are really great to, you know, wash out dogs' ears. You know, you just literally just rub it through the ear for your dog, and it's great to, you know, if they get snotty and everything all over the face, you know, it's real easy to use it on the dogs as well.
Are there any questions that anybody wants to ask, or let's see, I don't know that I'm seeing any. Recipes, yes. So yes, everything that we shared with you tonight, we will be sending out a thank you email. So if you would like to receive that, I do get a little bit of information from Zoom. However, can you please put your email that you would like to receive it into the chat? And then I will get that, and I can send that to the right places. And also in that, you will receive all of our emails, so Liz and Lisa and myself. So if you have further questions, you can feel free to reach out to any of us, and we will be happy to answer that as well. But yes, you will get all the recipes we talked about tonight, plus the ones we demoed, as well as the ones that we just talked about. Like, honestly, one of my favorite recipes is also the jewelry cleaner. Love, love, love the jewelry cleaner. And I tell you, I come from a family of 4 daughters, and my mother would give us fine jewelry for every major occasion. So we had fine jewelry, and we've used jewelry cleaners all our lives. And this works better than anything that I have used. And it, like, I know a lot of people, some, or not a lot, but some people get rashes because of the chemicals around the jewelry cleaners. So this has been, it's been a really great recipe and stuff. So I don't know if there's, and then, you know, there are multiple other products. Like I said, like Liz showed you one toothpaste, there's like 4 or 5 of them. So, you know, there's options, including a toothpaste for kids and stuff like that. So we have a kids line as well. But Young Living is really just a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle company, and we just wanted to show you a small aspect of that here tonight. So is there any other questions that people are coming with? If not, I wanted to share one more thing in case this is of, or you guys can continue asking, classes, but I want to show you.
Valerie, you said you have a request for other classes. Do you have any particular classes that you have in mind that you might like? Or anybody on here, anything you'd like to learn about?
How to use all the oils that we all have with the new stuff. But we have a ton of them. We're using them for diffusing and not using them for a lot of the other things. We have a lot of the THIEVES stuff we're working on now, but it'd be helpful to have more information for how you use purification to make, I don't know, as an example, my daughter has a rabbit that smells sometimes. So a purification scent that makes a room smell better, or whatever it is.
Odor eliminate. Oh yeah. So basically, like, okay, tell me what to do with, like, I have these oils, now what kind of thing?
What do you do? I have a lot of oils. I don't know what to do with like RC oil, and this is probably not the right forum, but
no, it is. That's what we want to know, because we'll do a class like that.
Because there's a lot of the oils in the Young Living kind of starter kit you have, which I love, and I've diffused a lot, but now I don't know what to do with the rest. Like the red shot oil or whatever it is. I know that's probably off this spectrum, but
no, that's good. Yeah, so red shot, just quickly, it's really designed to enhance the flavor of your drinks. It like goes with Ninja. So it can enhance the flavor of your Ninja Red or a fruit or any kind of juice. And it just gives it a boost. That one came like as a bonus oil.
It was a bonus oil. Yeah.
Yeah. What I love about,
I don't want to monopolize this, but those are the random questions I have. But
well, awesome. We appreciate
Thank you
that.
guys for doing all of this.
Yeah,
We
no,
really
we've got,
appreciate
I see in the comments too that request for immune, pets, and emotions. So again, if you want us to send you the information, I will pull what I can, but if you want to make sure, put your email in the chat thread and we will get you those recipes. And then I just wanted to share quickly one more thing. Some folks like the, we have a lot of starting kits. So if you have not, if you're with Young Living right now, then that's awesome. That means that you are enjoying your 24% wholesale discount. And you can order everything that we've talked about tonight, 24% off of the, to get the wholesale pricing. And then if you are on Essential Rewards, which is our loyalty program, it is amazing because it lets you change the things out in your home if you are on a budget. So there are 3 great ways that you can save money with Young Living. Number 1 is to become a member. One way to become a member, if you want to do it with the oils, which is the most popular way, we have the Essential Oil Starter Kit. This is another starter kit that I'm showing you here, and this is around the Thieves line. So some people like to start here with all the products that we talked about to start detoxifying their home quickly. And this kit comes here with all the things that are pictured with household cleaner and hand soap, sanitizer, sprays, mouthwash, toothpaste, etc. And it's $145. And that gives you your 24% wholesale discount. The second way that you can really save money with Young Living, like I said, is to get on the Essential Rewards program, because if you're on a budget, then you can start trading things out or swapping them out in your home every month while you save money. Because when you're on the Essential Rewards program, you will get additional 10 to 25% back, like cash that you can use towards other products. So that's amazing because it's on top of your 24% wholesale discount. And then the final way is if you share with your friends. So if you just, when you start talking about this stuff, you're going to love it. And you're going to talk about it, and your friends are going to want to start using it, and your mom. And when they do, you just give them your member number, and Young Living will send you a thank you referral for that, for helping them get started. So that's all the main ways. I think that brings us to the top of the hour. So being respectful of everyone's time, we can continue to talk and answer questions, but if you need to leave, we really appreciated you joining us tonight. So thank you very much. But we're still here. So again, I just want to make sure that, and I'll stop sharing so we can just talk some more.
Yeah, thanks so much, everybody. We appreciate your time. And